Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here, and other half. I was almost absolutely certain I've reviewed this before, but I went to the tape, went to the replay, and I have not reviewed this beer, so we're going to review it now. This is their Space Daydream, or Space Dream. I just misspoke. Space Dream Double Dry Hopped Oat Cream India Pale Ale. A couple things on this. I thought I reviewed it, but I've done like Laced in Space and a bunch of Space and Dreams. And I did, and that's why I misspoke. I did Space Daydream, but not Space Dream. So I don't know what the correlation is between this and those other ones, other than the fact their Dream series is the lactose-based kind of hazy. And most notably, I bought this. It's relatively fresh. Talking about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks old. Lactose hazy. Granted, low ABV. It's 6% on the nose. It was like $17, which is kind of unheard of when it comes to other half stuff. Typically, when anything IPA has lactose in it, I'm usually like $20 is like the bare minimum cost. So I was really surprised to see the price point on that. So here we go. Let's dive in. See if we have a winner. Lower-ish ABV, 6%. They do a really good job with their lactose hazies. They're not milkshakey. They're very much just adding this really nice kind of soft edged sweetness to it. So we'll see what's what. So label-wise, it's what they do. It's their geometric patterny stuff. What does it say on here? I think it's made in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's got a BK on it, so it's OG status. Galaxy oats. So Galaxy hops, oats, and milk sugar they're brewed with. Hazy IPA brewed with milk sugar, oats, and a single hop variety Galaxy. So it's all Galaxy lactose hazy. Notes of passion fruit, guava, and peach. 6% alcohol by volume. It looks the part of a nice, rich, lactose-based kind of hazy. It looks part of like something a bit bigger than what 6% typically gives you in an IPA. Index finger. Infinite, creamy, lush, soapy. All the adjectives are belong to us. Kind of head to it with that nice kind of orange with that touch of milk sugary, oaty kind of softness to it. Let's see if you can nose. Yeah, there's really a cool like back and forth between like a greeny hop and not like overly hot pellety. It's more of a grassy, greeny, unkept lawny kind of hoppiness with this nice kind of tropical fruit. Obviously, almost every one of these beers, you're going to get your little citrus notes and this, that, and the other thing. But it really is what's leading in the clubhouse a lot of times in today's beers or in hazies in general. And it really is just a melange of those tropical fruits. They could talk about, what do they say, passion fruit and guava and, and peach. Sure, fine. Okay, that's in there. But for me, specifically, it really is just kind of heavily dosed towards a kind of fruit medley on the tropical fruit side of things with this nice kind of greeniness to it and this soft little sweet kind of lactosey vibe to it. Again, not getting anywhere close to like milkshake level lactosey, but it's got that nice soft sweetness to it that we all, when they're done well, we can all, I think, dig on. So let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. I like this. Yeah, I like that quite a bit, to be perfectly honest with you. It's got a nice green portion of the show that is in the nose that falls through in the taste and comes off a little bit more weedy, actually, like a beester weediness, so it does have a bitterness to it. On the flip side of things, it is that tropical fruit medley that I was talking about. Again, we can talk this papaya, guava, all that stuff till the cows come home. For me, it's just a tropical fruit medley. I don't think it's really calling out anything specific here. If you want to go peach too, like they call in there, sure, citrus, fine, whatever. A nice tropical medley of fruitiness in there. And just that soft, nice, sweet kind of deftly handed dose of lactose. It's especially at this lower ABV, nothing too crazy, nothing over the top, kind of like boisterous in this beer, but you can easily get lost in like a heavy oat slash lactose edition. It's not the case here. That feels nice. Not going to be confused with anything super lush or thick, but it's quite nice. I dig it. For a low ABV lactose hazy, it's pretty damn good. I'm not going to sit in here and say this is rewriting the books of this, that, and the other thing, but it's made really, really well. And honestly, you know, looking at what Other Half has been doing, I mean, for years now, but more specifically over the past couple of years, with their distribution footprint, and more specifically, their availability in combination with their price point, it's really, really hard pressed to find flaws in their armor, to be perfectly honest with you. Because, I mean, you know, you talk about like a lactose hazy from Other Half off the shelf randomly in Podunk, Newton, New Jersey. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird. The idea of getting that, but then to get one at a decent price point. That's, you know, and this is kind of their beers as a whole as of late. That's why I'm kind of making this little kind of speech, is that their stuff is available and still consistently really, really well done. You can't say that for a lot of breweries. A lot of times when they scale up, you're talking about multiple locations here. You know, you're talking about FLX to Brooklyn to DC, the whole nine, Philly. There is I wouldn't say a consistency from beer to beer across the board, but there's a consistency of quality, a consistency of, yeah, I'm just going to stop it at quality because, you know, there are certain breweries that now I'm like extremely hesitant. Some of the ones that kind of, you know, are maybe a little post Other Half as far as comeuppance, but, you know, once they start to get the distribution footprint, man, things have gotten on really bad for them. And I find it really hard for me to drop $1, let alone 15 to 20, on 4-packs from certain breweries nowadays because I'm just not quite sure when we get. Because more often than not, it's going to be a hit or a miss rather than a hit. Other Half, I have zero hesitancy when it comes to picking up their beers. You know, if I'm in the mood for a hazy, I'm in the mood for a nice, well-done, low ABV hazy, and Forever and Ever is going to do it for me every single time. You know, Green City, some of their larger, you know, double IPAs, that's kind of where I typically peak personally. Even their triple IPAs are really good. It's not something I typically purchase. But, you know, even their lactose stuff, I'm in the mood for a lactose hazy. Sure, more often than not, I'm pushing towards 20, 21, 22, 23 bucks off the shelf. It's what it's at the brewery, too. But it more so than that, beyond that, is that I'm almost assured I'm going to get something at minimum I like. More often than not love. For the style that it is, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, I mean, mouthfeel's lush. Again, not super crazy, but it's nice. You know, it represents both a green and fruit portion of the show, and then you have that dollop of cream on top, that dollop of lactose on top. Doesn't get heavy-handed. It adds a bit to the beer. I dig it. Is this one of the better lactose hazies I've had of all time? No. As of late, sure. It's not Mount Rushmore status. It's tasty. It's fun. I dig it. The price point's nice. I'm a fan. I'm glad I have a 4-pack. Let's put it that way. Value and availability. As I said, off the shelf, 17 bucks. Come on now. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like lactose hazies, you want something that's a bit more drinkable. Again, we're talking about 6% here, but also, you know, not going to break the bank. Quality and quantity, all in one. Who would have thunk it? Other Half, doing that thing. So there you go, reviewing the books. Other Half, have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? That's the one, a question I am most interested in. Have you had this beer? Down there. Let's talk about that and your ideas and thoughts and things on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Other Half right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.